What's up, y'all? Wanted to change the scenery a little bit. That's why I'm sitting on my couch. Um, and I'm going to put my smart guy glasses on. I bet y'all didn't even know I wore glasses. I've had glasses for a long time. Nerd. A little bit of hipstery right now, right? I know I want to show you off a little bit. Here, I got the kitty cat right here. The kitty cat. Say hi to the kitty cat. So the kitty cat is gonna have. She's with me on this video. Ow! Hit my toe here. Now I realize that right there is my book, um, or it's the book cover for my book, and I'll be making one of those every time I release a book, so that eventually, when I'm an old man, I'll have a long line of them on the wall, and I'll be like, "Look at all the books I wrote." But the thing is about that book, um, I started writing it in 2021, and I finished writing it at the end of 2022. So it took me about a year to write, and then I edited for a few months, and it released in May of 2023. Now, 2021 was the point where I kind of remember, got me a beer today, where I kind of remember AI starting to really kick off and become a thing. And it was laughable. You know, we all laughed at it at the time, and we laughed at it because it would create these AI images that looked absolutely just idiotic. Like people had 17 fingers, teeth were in the place of eyes, and it was goofy, right? Now we've had AI running the world for a really long time, and I know I've made another AI video on this channel before. It was about we were creating an AI dystopia. But even in that little short time since I made that video, it's gotten way worse. That was this year. I made that video this year, and I've seen it progressively get so much worse since I made that video. And now I think people are starting to wake up to it a little bit. But what I was getting at about my book is that was the first novel I wrote, and I got the idea to write it while I was playing Cyberpunk 2077. I'm a gamer. There's a lot of AI in that, but in that game. But as far as my book goes, it starts with a quantum computer, which is a real thing. And let's say somebody stole a quantum computer back in the 90s, or whenever the first one was. So I actually went off of kind of real world events. Nobody stole a quantum computer, but like let's just say that happened. And then they modified this computer to start trying to help the world, which I think is what AI really was about in the first place. Like they wanted AI to help humanity, make things easier for us. It's just technology. That's technology advances and it makes things easier for us. But when people talk about the decline in testosterone in men over the last few decades, part of the reason that's happened is because technology has made it so that a lot of us don't have to be as strong as we needed to be in the past, and it's definitely making it where we didn't need to be as smart as we needed to be in the past. Since I made that last video about an AI dystopia, it's been announced that all these little data centers, not little data centers, huge data centers. We're going to get one here in Utah pretty soon, a little further south of here. Utah's been in a state of drought for years and years and years. Like dry. We're dry, man. We had a bunch of wildfires here this year. None of them got down here in the valley. But this is a dry state, even though we got this gigantic lake right there. It's right there. Huge lake. That lake is shrinking. And it is snowing less here. The reason it snowed a lot in Utah was we got the mountains right there and the lake right there. So we got lake effect snow, which is what they get at the Great Lakes too in the Midwest, like Michigan, Illinois, and all that. Like they get lake effect snow, and lake effect snow is insane. That's why the mountains, the Wasatch Range right here, where all the ski resorts are, the world-class ski resorts, That's why they get so much snow. There's snow on them now. No, it has not snowed here, but there's snow in the mountains, and I can watch the snow drop on the mountains. It's pretty awesome. But this data center that they're going to put here, and I think people are starting to wake up to how dangerous this is going to be and what AI is going to do to us, because they're going to put this data center there, and these data centers are water cooled. It's something like within a month, they use the same amount of water that 200 people use just to fuel AI. Just to fuel AI. They're not doing anything for us. It's to fuel AI. And while I said that some AI tools are useful to us as humans and actually benefit us, now when you go onto social media, actually, if you just ask Google something, what's the first thing it gives you? An AI summary. It doesn't give you the actual facts. It doesn't give you the article that you look for. It doesn't give you the images you're trying to find first. It gives you AI answers. And AI is very often wrong because, like I said in that last video, it goes off of majority information on the internet. Like if enough people said the sky is green, in fact, if more people said the sky is green than the sky is blue, then AI would tell you that the sky is green, even though you can look out your window and see that the sky is blue. So my book had a lot of, I don't want to call it rhetoric, but warnings against the dangers of AI and what it can do. And that was published in 2023. And since I published that book, I've watched a lot of the stuff that I talk about in that book just start happening. And I'm not sitting here calling myself some prophet or anything like that. It's just, I wrote what I thought would happen in that book, even though it's a science fiction action thriller. I don't know, man. Like, we've got these AI girlfriends now where lonely men can just go on the internet and download an app, and instead of going outside, touching grass, and joining a club or something, or meeting people in real life, friends, they don't even have friends anymore. You go on AI apps and you have an AI girlfriend it trains itself to you, and it's like a yes man. It's just there to agree with you and tell you how great you are and be exactly what you want it to be. That is very dangerous, because you look at how many people, nobody knows how to disagree anymore. And now you've got AI telling you how great you are, how right you are when you're completely wrong. So now you believe that anybody who tells you you're wrong is an enemy. So that's one problem. And then you get this Sora AI just released. And at first I looked at that, I'm like, that's kind of useful for some people. But I think what they're trying to do is have an entire social media platform that's just AI based. Sometimes when I scroll through Instagram, I think I would say 75% of the stuff that I see on Instagram is very obviously AI created. And I'm not searching this stuff out. I don't want to see it. It just randomly pops up. Like, it'll be AI pictures of food. Because if you've been on my Instagram, all I post is food. It'll be AI generated food. And it's kind of hard to tell that it's AI generated food. I can just tell because when you see the post and the actual the caption, the grammar will be all wrong. It'll be all weird. And I'm just like, yeah, that was either an idiot or AI or both. But the Yeti videos, if anybody saw those AI Yeti videos, they were actually pretty funny. But now it's just exploded, and that's all I see. And it's 75% of the time. It's an AI generated post. Facebook had to go and add a friends tab because the algorithm no longer shows you what your friends posted. That was the point of Facebook in the first place, was to connect with your friends and other human beings. And they had to, it got so bad with the algorithm that Facebook literally had to add an entire tab for you to click on to see what your friends posted, as opposed to what the algorithm is shoving in front of your eyeballs. That is weird to me. And all of social media is like this now, every bit of it. I'm only on Instagram and Facebook. And I also, obviously, YouTube. And YouTube has a bunch of AI channels. Like if you watch GunTube, like Gun YouTube, or travel channels, I talked about this on the other video too, I think. It'll always be this AI voice, and the thumbnails will be weird stuff that doesn't exist. Like, it'll be like, here's a picture of Utah. And it'll be Monument Valley, but it'll be an AI Monument Valley. And you can easily tell that it's not Monument Valley. Or I saw one time that said Arches National Park. And it showed this cool looking, amazing looking picture. And I'm like, I've been through Arches. That's not Arches National Park. That's an AI photo. And everybody under this posting is just like, this is gorgeous. Oh my God, I want to go. I want to go. It's lying to you. Right there in your face. It's lying, because the more traffic these posts get, the more, I guess, ad revenue or sponsorships or something, these companies make money off of it. So they don't give a shit that you see it. These companies just want the attention. They just want attention. They don't care if you get anything useful out of it. It's just boom, attention. So we've watched in real time the last few years, just the last few years, attention spans have plummeted. The use of critical thinking has plummeted. Disconnection from real people and going outside to see the actual world has plummeted. And what's come along with that? More and more political unrest. Just today, I saw this thing where we're doing airstrikes now on drug smuggling boats. These like cigarette go fast boats. And they're easy to spot. There'll be these they're racing boats with 3 or 4 outboard motors on them, and they go like 90 miles per hour on the water, and they'll have like a bunch of drums, 50-gallon drums stuffed in there, and it's obviously full of drugs. And there'll be like 2 or 3 people on these boats, and we're airstriking these people now because they're importing drugs into our country and killing people in our streets. And you'll see these AI postings from liberal websites that isn't even a real person. You can tell it's not a real person. It's just AI run leftist websites. And I know there's some for the right. I don't see those a lot because I don't comment on those a lot, because I don't see people on the right or conservatives complaining about as much stuff. But again, that might also be part of the echo chamber that you get stuck in with the algorithm. But leftists now, for some reason, think that these aren't drug smuggle boats. These are just people fishing. I'm like, that's not what a fishing boat looks like. That's a real drug smuggling boat. And you're complaining about us trying to stop a drug crisis in this country. And you're just virtue signaling. And the people that I see virtue signaling will also be bots. If you look on their profile or what they actually say to people, it will be bots. I had one. Sometimes I wake up and choose violence on social media. I just don't care anymore because Facebook just won't. They stop blocking you for saying curse words. So I saw somebody post this one thing. It was really dumb. It was like a conspiracy theory thing. And I just straight up commented. I was like, you're dumb as shit. I just don't care. And then this person put a heart react on my comment and then said thank you. And I'm just like, okay, that's a bot. I just deleted my comment at that point. I'm like, yeah, you could point them out. There was something that came along a while back called the dead internet theory, and they theorized that within a few years, most of the internet wouldn't even be human beings anymore. And that's actually happened. I don't remember the percentage, but it's a high percentage. Let's just say it's like 90% of the internet now. The people that you interact with online are not people. They're literally AI. A lot of the pages that you see online are not people, it's AI. I think in Cyberpunk 2077, the lore of that game, they had to create a second internet in order to distance themselves from the fake people internet. And you know that's what's going to happen. It's just, I've seen this. It's just gone downhill. It is controlling people's lives. It's controlling the narratives behind everything, and a lot of the news gets purposefully butchered and twisted to fit a narrative, either politically or socially, or even just to just straight up lie to people. Well, I mean, how many people do you know? I know some people, a lot of people actually. I've seen a growing number of people believe that the moon landing was fake. And yeah, that's been a conspiracy theory for a long time. But now they can make AI videos that kind of prove that it was fake, because they'll show real footage of the moon landing being shot on a studio somewhere. I mean, with Stanley Kubrick there. I've seen an AI video of that, and it looked real. And I'm just like, that's AI. Like I can point out AI because I've been alive long enough to know what real video looks like. But it is getting harder to distinguish it. And a lot of it's just really comedic. And you'll see a video and it's like very obviously AI. Like it'll be like the Queen of England jumps on a broom and flies away. It's funny, but that's AI. But I have a problem with it when I see a post of it and it's AI and it looks real. You can tell it's AI, but it looks real. And everybody just doesn't. It's like 90% of people in the comments don't understand that it's AI. It's either that or the people in those comments are also AI. And that's what it is. It's the internet is driving itself. You get that AI will make these entire pages and they'll post postings. And AI bots will comment and give that post traction. And the AI run algorithms will then make revenue, which is funneled back to the company. It's like automatic money. And it's getting to a point where these companies, it's like Google, Amazon, Meta, they make so much money and they don't put that back into the economy. They just keep that money. So resources like water and money, the entire economy, is literally getting taken away from us by these AI companies, these AI run companies. It's going to eventually either crash or make it harder for human beings to exist. And what do I see online all the time? People want to use ChatGPT. Did you ask ChatGPT? ChatGPT said this. Y'all need to quit that shit, man. Stop giving it power. I think generative AI should be outlawed completely. I don't think it should be a thing. We are pawning off the very thing that makes us human, and that is creativity. Music is AI driven now. Movies are about to be AI driven. Art, AI driven. You see art all the time, it's AI. You can clone your voice now. Like you're on YouTube, it'll be completely edited by AI. And you'll have a few channels that get a lot of traction now just because they're not AI. I'm actually got my other channel that I'm booting back up. I made an AI disclaimer that says that this channel is not AI. It's a real voice. This is me talking. It's me editing. You're interacting with a real person if you comment. And channels like that actually get more traction now because people are starting to push back on it. People are tired of AI. And no one asked for this AI revolution. Every time you open up an app and it's like a new thing, you can use AI to do this now. Did you ask for that? No. Nobody's asking for this shit. They're just pushing it on us because whether we like it or not, whether we use it or not, they still make money off of it. And you've got these big, gigantic corporations, especially here in the United States and China. They run the governments. And here we call it lobbying. Anywhere else they would call it bribery. But they lobby here where they just pay government to keep policies in place that keep them in power. We have monopoly laws, but that doesn't seem to matter anymore because the bigger a company gets, the more it just swallows up other companies. And then you have one company running everything. Like back where I lived in North Carolina, I think it's probably the case with most places. You can only get power from one company. Like here's Rocky Mountain Power. Back in North Carolina, it was like Cape Fear Public Utility Authority or something like that. But they were the only place you could get power, electricity. And if they wanted to, they could hike your rates. They could cut you off. That's monopoly. And that is a very bad thing because that's not what our economy and capitalism itself is really supposed to be about. I don't know where it's going to go. I think it's going to get worse. I know it's going to get worse. I don't know. Collectively, at some point, we need to just be like, let's not do this. But the problem is, like, millennials, Gen X, boomers don't even understand it. They're not going to be around too much longer anyway, so I don't want to even include them in the conversation. Sorry. But Gen Z, like younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're running this AI revolution. They are using it. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And it's literally going to replace us. You think it's good that we're going to be replaced by something that doesn't even exist? It's not tangible. We're not even being replaced by more humans or aliens or animals or nature itself. We're going to be replaced by a ghost in the system. I'm glad that I got to grow up in the 90s when all of this kind of stuff was a theory, when all of this stuff was like you couldn't even fathom it being real. But I'm watching the world implode on itself right now. It's crazy. It sounds dystopian and dooming because it is. I try to be positive on this channel, but I just wanted to talk about it because I just ended up watching a bunch of videos on it today. Because I've started writing again, but I'm having ideas for the follow up to that book, which I'll write after the book that I started. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's no way for us to stop this, except, right here, right now, if you're watching the channel, I hope you agree with me. If something asks you to use AI, just don't. Just don't use it. Use your brain. Use your critical thinking. Use your research skills. You got to know how to be a human being and not ask a robot to do your thinking for you. That's it. I'm going to play video games. You'll have a good one.